All right, the first thing we're going to do for our turkey is to color our clay brown. To do that, you're going to take a brown marker and you are going to dab dots of brown ink into the clay, fold it, and as you work the clay in your hands, the brown ink in the marker will spread and smush and turn your clay brown. Don't worry if the marker gets on your hands, it's washable marker. We can wash our hands when we're done. A little mess didn't hurt anybody. Okay, so keep adding brown to your clay. If you want a dark brown turkey, obviously you are going to be using more of your brown marker. If you want a light brown turkey, you're not going to use that much. But just keep working the clay in your hands, squish it, mold it, add more brown. Okay, I'm going to work with what I have here for time purposes, but you can continue adding more brown if you need it. Okay, then what you want to do is take off a small piece of clay, maybe about, I don't know, like the same size, a little bit bigger than your thumb. And you're going to put this to the side, and this is going to be your feet and your beak. So this we actually need to make orange, which it's okay if it's already brown. You can add orange on top of that. So add orange to this piece. And then you can go ahead and put that to the side. Again, I can add more, but for time purposes, I'm putting it off to the side. Okay, now with the rest of the clay that you have, you want to make two balls. So one is going to be for the head and the other is going to be for the body. So you decide the size. Obviously the head should be smaller. So roll the head into a ball. Roll your body into a ball. But then you kind of want to form your body, turn it into an oval. Stick your head on. Okay, make sure it's stuck really good. Don't squish it on because then you'll lose that round shape for the head. And then from here, you can kind of form the body to be a little bit bigger. And you want to put it down on your desk. And if you notice, I'm kind of like pushing the head up so that it stands. And the goal is you want your turkey to be able to stand and not fall forward. You don't want it to be too top heavy. So put it on your desk. You can shape it with your fingers. I'm pushing so lightly. I'm not pushing too hard because I don't want it to get stuck to my desk. Okay. So there we go. There's my turkey's body. All right. And then what you're going to do is take your feathers. You can use all of them, some of them. It's totally up to you. You are going to stick those into the back. And you want to stick those in pretty deep. You don't want them to poke through. But if you don't stick them in deep enough, they might fall out when the turkey is dry. So just make sure you're sticking them in deep enough. Okay, just like that. You don't want to do too many feathers because then it will look crazy. All right, so once you're finished with that, you're going to go back to that smaller piece of clay. If you want to add more orange to it, you can do so. And what you're going to do is break this into 3 pieces. One piece is going to be for the beak, and the other 2 pieces are going to be for the legs. So beak and legs. And let me move him out of the way. The legs. So break this bigger piece in half. And you are just going to roll, like as if you're rolling a little worm. So do that to both. And then what you want to do from there is pinch off the little toes. I think they're called, turkeys have toes, yes. And you can play around with it. You can shape them to be the shape you want them to be. It's your turkey. So 1 little foot with toes, 2 little foot with toes, Turkey toes. Turkey toes. All right. And then these you're going to set underneath your turkey. So I'm putting the bottom of my turkey, whoops, on top of the feet. Push a little bit, again, not too hard, and then pick it up. And then what you want to do is flatten this so that the clay sticks. I'm using my nail to kind of push it down because you don't want it to fall off once it's dry. So you want to make sure the feet are connected really well to the bottom of the turkey's body. Okay, so there you have the turkey's feet. And then this little piece you can make into a triangle. So flat on one side and then pinch with your pointer and your thumb. If you want to get really creative, you can try to make his beak open. If you were to do that, just make 2 triangles. Okay. And then you're going to put that on in the middle of his face. And then you also got 2 eyes. Also just make sure you stick on the beak really well. Just like you did with the feet, we don't want it popping off once it's dry. Okay. So what you could do is go back and color the beak a little bit more with the marker. Like I said before, I was kind of doing mine quickly for time purposes. If you wanted to go back and color it, you could. You can color the feet again, totally up to you. You have 2 googly eyes on your desk. I am going to come around and give you 2 dots of glue. And you are going to stick the googly eyes right on top of that dot. Do not worry if there is a lot of glue. This glue will dry clear. So it's okay if you see a lot of glue. These eyes are very small. They're a little hard to work with. Do the best you can. Okay. And there you have it. Your turkey is done. If you have a red marker and you want to color the little red beard that a turkey has, you can do that. Or if you saved some extra clay, you can make one of those out of your extra clay, color it red, and then stick it on. It is up to you. But there's your Thanksgiving turkey.